Welcome back. So this time, we're going to set up the New Relic infrastructure agent on our Raspberry Pis. Well, not this one, seems to be dead. Anyway, why do you want to do this? Well, imagine, if you will, we've got our fleet of Raspberry Pis all set up, and they're running some awesome AI workflows. They're like doing real-time crypto trading. They're analyzing the news and figuring out which direction stocks are going to go and whether they should buy Bitcoin or invest in stocks. And just as a random thing, the breaker trips to your lab, which actually happened last night, and your thing goes down, and now it's not making you money. You'd like to know about that. And that's where the New Relic infrastructure agent comes in. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to set it up. It's actually really easy, but the reason I'm taking the time to show you to do this is if you just go and search Raspberry Pi New Relic, most of the blog articles I found don't actually work. But the funny piece is, as I'll show you, New Relic's directions actually are correct and they work. So without further ado, let's get on to it. All right, so now we're at the command line, and we can go ahead and start getting everything set up. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump on our new Raspberry Pi. So before, in the previous video, I was using Raspberry Pi 5, but I already did all this stuff to it. We got a new one, Raspberry Pi 6. So we're all set up here, and the frustrating piece was I searched for quite a while trying to find out how to set up the New Relic infrastructure agent on my Pis. And all of the directions that I found were wrong. They didn't work right off the bat. But as it happened, and it's like, duh, I get on New Relic's website. And the way I found this was actually clicking through the troubleshooting on somebody else's page. Apologize to the person who gave me the link through their work. I don't know what it is. But I'll put this link in the description. But it goes through and walks you through the entire process of setting up your Raspberry Pi. And in particular, though, Raspberry Pi uses a Debian distribution of Linux. So Raspbian is Debian, kind of obvious. But if you come to this page and you just follow these directions, and I'm going to walk through doing it to show you. But the first piece is here. And, well, where does that license key come from? Let me show you. So you're going to go to New Relic. And you show up here. In your case, if you don't already have an account, you click Get Started for free. I have a work account, and I created a personal account a while ago because I use this stuff at work. Just full disclosure, I am not an expert with New Relic yet. I'm working on it. Just the SRE role is very new to me. So I log in, and you can see all my Raspberry Pis, and it's going to pop up and try to get me to pay for it. Eventually, maybe if I really do depend upon it, it's $10 for the first user, I think. I need to go through the details, but that's not why we're here. So you can see all of my stuff is sitting here. As a matter of fact, there's more. And the cool thing is, you see Raspberry Pi 5 Node 5 is gone. And it's because right now I have it unplugged. To get that key, you're going to come down here, click on this, and you're going to go to API keys. And you can see all of my keys here. Well, you can't actually see them. And here's the detail. You need to put these into a key vault somewhere, because after it generates them, it won't give them back to you. So you go click Create New Key. We want ingest license. The other types are for different purposes. We want a license. We'll call this Rasp Pi 2. Yeah, so the first one is Raspberry Pi. I spelled it all the way out. Click Create Key, and it's going to create it, and you can see here the key. And just to let you know, this will be deleted after we're done with this video. So I've copied it. I'm throwing it over here into my OneNote. What we're going to essentially do is I'm going to copy this. So first thing we do, as directed, we paste it in, hit enter, and we've set up that file. So newrelic-infra YAML, blah, blah, blah. Of course, I'm going to have to remember to delete this because, like I said, I'll delete this key after I've created this video. Then the next step is we have to let Raspbian know about these other libraries. So we come in, we paste in this, and so it's doing is it's adding in. First, we're adding in the key so that it can authenticate it. Then we set up the repo that it's going to pull from. And then we're going to just do the usual sudo apt update. Let it update itself. We're going to install the New Relic agent. We do this guy, and turns out it's already up to date. So we can check to see, is New Relic running? Status. And it does indeed appear that we're running. I mean, wow, that was easy. So if we come back here to New Relic, and we go all entities. The trick is, there it is. Rasp node 6 is showing up. Now it's not green yet because it hasn't actually reported data yet, but it's pinged it, but we've not really collected data yet. So let's see if we refresh again, and okay, we still don't have data, but I'm going to move on. So what? You got all this, who cares? And like I said, eventually all of these nodes are going to be running services that we care about, and we'd like to know if any of them go offline, right? So we come here to alerts, get that off the screen. And you can see right now it's complaining because Rasp node 5 is offline and it can't reach it. So what you're going to do is you're going to come here to alert policies. And we're going to create a new policy. And we're going to call this host down policy 2. We'll just leave all of this stuff as is, set up the policy, and we're going to say new workflow. Right now, we're going to just send an email. Eventually, in the future, I'd like to use webhooks to actually send myself a text message. You have other options, Slack, PagerDuty. So at work, I set up policies to go to PagerDuty and ServiceNow if a database is being overwhelmed. And this isn't really a tutorial on New Relic. I'm just showing you something real quick. So we're going to say email, and I'm just going to put in my email address. Yeah, go ahead, spam me, please don't. There is a host down. We'll just test that out, save it, and we can activate the workflow. We come in here, we want hosts, click hosts, click next, host, and we want host not responding or not reporting. Click next, dang it, go away. And we'll just go next. We'll leave all of that, save the condition, and we can close this. host not responding. Go to thresholds. So if it's more than 5 minutes, it'll report back. So you could up this or reduce it. I've left it at 5. This is all we need. And what's going to happen is we can go ahead and just get out of here. This guy's running. And as you can see, if I go back to my policies, my host down policy already has issues open. And what's going to happen is you will get an email, hopefully, that looks like this. Signal lost, 5 minutes, host down. So when you click on it, you can click go to issue, and it gives you details of what all's going on. And so then you go to issue, and you can actually, so you can see that this has been going on for a while. As you scroll through, you can see that it's complaining because RASP node 5 is not responding, which is known. You can do things like you can configure it so that, like, if you're shutting down something for like what I'm doing here, that you don't get alerted. Goal here is this. Eventually, these Raspberry Pis are running to, for me, critical infrastructure that if they go down, I'd like to know about it because, hey, maybe I have an AI agent that's going out collecting information for me and, actually doing work. And for some reason, the machine just crashes for some reason. Or you can set up alerts that say, hey, the CPU is, it's eating up 80% of the CPU, the memory is all used up, so on and so forth. You can set up alerts for all of that type of stuff to let you know that, hey, there's something going on that's outside of the normal, so that you can then go investigate and take action. All right, so you're all set up. You know how to set up the New Relic infrastructure agent to run on your Raspberry Pi. Frankly, you follow the directions on this page for everything. I've got it running on my Macs and on my Windows box so I can monitor everything. So, funny thing, I shot the screencast last night and I'm putting this all together now. And really and truly, last night, after I did all of that, it got really cold, and I guess the heater in my office caused the breaker to trip, and I lost everything. And right now I only have email. So in the morning, I came out here, I was like, oh crap. But my plan is to extend this so that I actually get text messages if stuff goes down. That's where we're at. I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, I'd love a like and subscribe, please. Still trying to grow this channel. We're making a lot of progress, and I really appreciate it. So thank you all very much. So that's it. Take care.